Hey guys, what's going on? So as I told you, I'm going to be logging on the computer as I do this. The month of November this year, my first year doing a hunt, I decided month of November is going to be planning. Taking measurements, drawing up a layout that we're sticking to, drawing up a facade, start getting things that we need for each room, even costumes, the amount of actors, what actors will be wearing, the props, what props we need to buy, what lighting, you know, getting it all together, all that planning, because then throughout the year, you know, you build it or you buy it, or basically that's my get-go by it. Get all the planning done first, so the month of November is basically planning month. Although I'm doing a little bit of building, you saw the tombstone by now. I'm working on a peeper tombstone prop with one of my tombstones. The spitting rat prop. I'm ordering the mechanics at the end of the week. I ordered masks and stuff like that, so I'm still starting to get things, but I'm basically planning things. I started a list of basically things that I need. I'm not going to run through every single one of them. I don't want the video to be 20 minutes long, but I'm also starting to look around, get the best prices for things. You know, jute netting or erosion cloth. I want a lot of that this year, and I saw that Fright Props has it for $25 for 30 feet. I thought that wasn't a bad price, considering, you know, everywhere else is like, holy crap. I need lots of skeletons, whether they're Barneys or Buckies. No Bluckies. I just need a bunch of them. Some for the graveyard, some for the crematorium. Just a couple different gory props I'll probably go throughout the year and building different things. You know, basically getting the gory props this year for the haunted house. Then I'll need to get lighting and lots of foam this year, but we've already went through that. But really, I got a prop yesterday. I modified a prop. I actually found it in the garbage, and it's a real plus, because basically you'll see what it is. It's basically looks like it's out of an old asylum. Either like a professional haunted house prop, or like you know, just like it's been sitting in an asylum, and when you go in to see an actual asylum and you just see this in the corner all rusted up, and I obviously did my fancy touch to it, but pretty cool. What was I going to talk about today? I had a big thing I wanted to start discussing. Give me a minute to think. Alright, there's what it was. The main thing I wanted to discuss today is things that we're also adding. I am going to try and add a control room this year. Main reason I didn't like how the props set off last year. The PIR sensors didn't do its justice. It didn't do its scare. They were delayed. I can still find uses for them. I'll find uses for them. If not, I'll sell them. But I'd like to get Fright Props wireless trigger with the 4-button thing. So since we're thinking about having video surveillance, this room will share. It's a small room. It's probably about, you know, probably about 5 feet, 5 to 6 feet long. Not long, wide from the facade to the wall of the study. And you just put a small table in there and the TV screen, and someone will be able to sit in a chair. Because we'll probably have surveillance cameras by each of the props, so that person can also watch and trigger it. That's what I'm thinking. That's probably the cheapest way to do it, but it's also the accurate way to get the scare. I wasn't really liking how I just noticed that how the PIR sensors tripped late, and I kept adjusting them, but they tripped kind of late, and you know, they tripped when people were walking back, and just that true scare wasn't there. And of course I'll have plenty of actors this year who will be trained to scare. I'll have to teach them, because they don't know how to. So scared. Anyway, there is a method behind scaring, obviously. When you go to a haunted house, for instance, I was telling my family, they don't scare every first person that they see. They don't see someone come up and scare the first person every time. They do it on and off. Sometimes look at the middle person, sometimes look at the last person. It kind of instills that fear, and there's no placement issue. There's no that, oh, that first person is getting scared, which people, I don't know why, still think that you go first in a haunted house, you go, because they tend to go for the wussies that are hiding behind the first person. But, I always liked being the first or second person. Just the thrill of it, what's behind that. You know, anyway, not about me. So yeah, we want to do that control room. It'll help activate props as well as keep a surveillance on, and you know, we'll get footage easier that way. I don't need to be going through. I already named off plenty of actors that we could have, and I already have, you know, about 6 spots for an actor, plus 1 or 2 people to run the registration table in the front. So the queue line will go across the front sidewalk, down the block, so you're walking past the cemetery as you go up in the queue line, so you have something to look at, and you're not in front of the neighbor's house. So I did that, and we'll probably make banners. Another thing I'm probably going to do is, a good idea for anyone, all those election day signs, you know, in your local town. I know I have a bunch of them saying, you know, local, electing, you know, local politicians, like for New York, you know, they have like Kate Murray and Ed Mangano, and those just different people like that. And I'm not really too educated in that, but they have all their signs out because obviously Tuesday is the day that you vote. So they're just little corrugated plastic, you know, with the sticks. So I would probably just take them up, paint them flat black, and get those painter markers, and just, you know, write haunted house and the dates and times. It's a pretty good idea rather than paying $20-some odd for one. What else do I want to tell you guys? I'm going to show you that prop. I already went through what I'm starting to need. I'm sure more things will come up. I'm sure more things will get built, but like I said, it's really a lot of fun this year. I got to build about 15 or so more tombstones. I have to build 2 drop panels, which I don't believe are going to be made out of foam, but the crematorium walls, there's about 6 to 8 of those. There's the facade walls, which is also another 6 to 8. And then you have tombstones, and some are large scale tombstones. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, but that's throughout the year. And I'm gonna try, cause I know we're gonna go to National Authors Convention again, so I'm gonna try to save money for shipping and get, you know, a mask and stuff that I can get there. But last year, you know, what they had. I know I'm gonna get a few flash crackers as another scare effect. They'll probably be triggered by a motion sensor. So we'll see about those. But I might have a bunch of them, and I'd also like to get some projections, high-res design projections in there. But you know, this is at the stop point, so I don't need this all for this year. This is basically where it stops until I, obviously, if I ever go professional or go above to a bigger house or something like that. I don't know what the future holds, but so this is basically the stopping point as high as it goes with this house. You can obviously extend the haunt, so I don't need to build, all out this year with projections and everything, I can develop along the years. But it's definitely a lot more planning, so there will be more of a vlog because there's more to show, I guess. It's not just a cemetery anymore. It's, you have that whole asylum build, and actually building a house, so builds will start earlier. Now, it won't be just like sitting around for weeks. Okay, guys, October 15th is the day. No, it's going to be Labor Day weekend, I think we're even going to start. And we'll get most of the family here. We'll have pre-collected pallets, and we'll get going. That is a long-ass time away. It officially only marks a week today after Halloween. Right, last Monday was Halloween. So, that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you some things outside, and we'll get going.
Alright guys, so here is the prop that I found. Looks like it was just an old cart that was missing a wheel. So I actually used the blood, not to get the blood effect, but to kind of smush it around and give it the overall color. Since it was dirty, it gave a nice brown in certain areas, more red or texture color. I did a little texture with handprints and whatnot. The rust was really good all in the bars down. I also started to do some shadowing. Tell my old rust by the bolts. So it looks pretty good. I'm gonna work on the face a little more, give a little more color, because that's what people are gonna see. But there'll be stuff on it. But it just looks old, and at some point there was fresh blood, but now it's just kind of saturated into and kind of pulled the color. I like that. What I didn't know. Oh, I'm tripping over things. What I didn't know was that it actually has a power strip in it that is functional. And I was like, what? I saw a cord hanging out, and then there's these two outlets, and it does work. So I'll show you right now. It's just got two, but wherever I put it, I could put the plug side facing a wall. You would never notice it. It works. It works pretty darn good. The eyes are lighting up. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't do as much work towards the back, because right now where I have it, it's going to be sitting either catacombed in a corner, whatever they call it, in a corner or against the wall. So the front is where it really matters. And there'll be like heads on here, or medical tools, or body parts, but mostly just those just bunch of medical tools right by the butcher shop. So that's pretty cool. I started working on these skulls a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might just sit in the graveyard. But he still functions. I'm going to do another coat of black and then a light dry brush of gray so it looks like a stone almost. And I can mount it somewhere. But I took the voice box out. So that's just the lights. Light up. I intended it so that the jaw could move too, but I guess I screwed up somewhere. But it's still kind of cool. Still has a sensor. I just dislocated the sound. Didn't mean to do the jaw too, I guess. It kind of sucks because I didn't want that to happen. But whatever. Yes, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to start doing a prop layout too, where I want props to go. Someone also, thank you, Billustrator. Forgot to mention that Billustrator recommended that I use Google SketchUp, which I'm going to attempt to do again. I tried it before and I couldn't even figure out like where to do the lines and how to like extrude it to get it 3D. I am taking engineer courses. So I know like different programs, so I'm pretty fancy with those. But this it just seems different. I couldn't get a hold of it. I couldn't even draw, because I tried it for last year. I couldn't even draw a layout, and everyone was drawing all these different things. So wow. But I'd like to get it so I can draw haunt walls and see the walkthrough in 3D. So I'm gonna try, but I might need your guys' help for fellows that do that. So if you guys can help me out there, that'd be really awesome. But anyway, so I'm gonna just start doing that, as well as start doing a layout of props and where they'll be going, and then we'll get going on that. Hey guys, so this is the moon. Just kidding. It's kind of dark, so you can't see. And I'm going to show you the start. I started outlining the path to the garage light, so it's a little bit later. gonna finish most of it tomorrow. But this is kind of to give an idea where the paths will lie. So I got the exit paths done first. The Actors Cove and exit path. So from the start down there by the end of the driveway, the actors will actually not walk on the driveway but walk over on here. There's just a area where no one will go besides the actors, but then the fence interrupts, so I had to cut a 2-foot path. There's an actor walk, the fence is right there, so you can see the distance. Just walk up, up. Actor scare spot right here where the cinder blocks are. Also cones into the garage, so you have a slight spot to slip into the garage. I can make it a little bit bigger, but the pallet wall will begin on that line in front of the garage door. But we still have an access door over there. It's if we get in the house, we also have a front door, so we don't have to worry about that. People won't be walking there. Keep in mind, people will be walking right in front of this. And the path will be here, 2 feet wide. None of this stuff will obviously be here. It gets a little bit wider because this is where claustrophobia is towards the end. Actor scare spot over here. So it's wider so people can still walk but not too much breathing in. The ladder kind of takes over the chalk line. See how it closes in over there. It's almost 4 feet wide here. So you'll kind of go, close in on you, till you get to a point where it's only single file. So you go from double to single. And then you'll come in here. Obviously this will not be here. And this will be built out from the edge of the house down here. And in the midst, the butcher shop will be somewhere over here. So the plan is get back in light to draw all the lines out tomorrow. Obviously not speaking like it's opening tomorrow, but this is going to help me get an idea, if everything's even going to fit, because basically what's going to be is the pallets will lie on that line. Either touching the line or in the middle of it. So just to make sure, then we can actually walk the path, and you can get a length. Obviously it'll take longer because there's things in people's way. There's scares. People won't be just walking through, so it might be a 30-second walk to the end of the driveway and back around. Could take people a few minutes with all the scares. And plus we kind of have a shorter one. It's only 80-foot driveway, so you think you're coming back 80 feet and you gotta go back 80 feet. And people won't know that, obviously. So I'll have my actors stall people, go in front of them with chainsaws, anything to slow it down a little bit if it need be. But if it's a busy night, pursue. So I still have to do all the rooms tomorrow, and that'll be in daytime. But I just wanted to include in this video, since it's already kind of long. This is the midst of it. This will be the crematorium spot, as I said, which is I believe 10 by 10 room. So this is a big room. The wall panels will be cross. Actor would be in the edge corner, which is somewhere over here, but it'll be a big room. Mostly just walking space, so everyone can crowd in. I just like walking it now because this is how we'll be. This is how we will get access. And the people will be walking down here in front of the actor, walk obviously the opposite way. Oh, and here is after leave the crematorium, which we built out like this. Like that, something like that. That's all crematorium. Gonna walk down the exit. This won't be here. Down the exit. And out to the grass. Fence. You've seen that already. zombie lunger in here popping down, but also after, right after they exit the horn, do pop out, give them one last final scare. So you see more in daytime. Just wanted to include this.